Hey guys, Bryce here with another haul video. I'm going to show off what I found this past week from Wednesday onward. Wednesday I met up with my mom and my brother, and I had my kids with me, and we went to Blue Ridge Hospice Thrift. Thursday after work I went to a Salvation Army and Walmart. Back on Tuesday, not going in order, sorry. Back on Tuesday, I went to McKays after work and I grabbed a few titles for me and for Katie Warman. Wednesday at Blue Ridge Thrift, I found one title for Miranda, and I'm going to be showing everything off today. So we're going to go ahead and just dig right in. I've got all my Salvation Army titles over here. As you can see, they're still in the bags. And to my right is everything else. Right down there. That's everything right there. So, alright. Sorry, I was a little shaky. We're going to go ahead and just go right into it. First, I'm going to do Walmart. I was digging through their Blu-ray bin, and I came across Between Worlds with Nicolas Cage on combo pack. Never seen this before, but figured I'd get it. I like Nicolas Cage movies. And then I went to the 374 section and I found Arkansas on DVD with Liam Hemsworth, Vivica A. Fox, Vince Vaughn, John Malkovich, amongst others. I already opened it, as you can see. And then last but not least, I found a double feature for my kids. It's the new Curious George double feature with Fun with Animals and the Great Outdoors. This is from 2020. It's almost 6 hours long. My kids didn't want to wait, so they watched some of it last night. It was okay. I'll probably finish it off later today when they get home. Okay, going out of order again. This is the Blue Ridge Hospice Thrift haul that I got on Wednesday. So I'm getting my days all mixed up. Alright, first off is the only Blu-ray I found across the universe. They charge $4 for Blu-rays at the house at this location, and DVDs are $1. Sometimes they have the 5-for-1 deal, but they didn't have it anymore. So all these other ones I want to show off were $1. Next up is Father of the Bride with Steve Martin. It's been a very long time since I've seen this movie, but I'm going to go ahead and revisit it. Next up is Solaris with George Clooney. And James Cameron is, I want to say he's probably the producer for this movie. Yes, he's the producer. He's not the director. Steven Soderbergh is the director for this movie. So I haven't heard anything about it. So, and me and my wife both like George Clooney, so we'll give it a shot. Next up is a movie that I think I saw Miranda haul, and I figured I'd go get it too. Benditas with Salma Hayek and Penelope Cruz. Next up is a very sad movie that I've watched a few times when I was much younger. Mandy Moore and Shane West in Walk to Remember in the Snapper case. I believe they also had the regular case too, but I like Snapper case better. This was a Blockbuster rental at one point. I also like the soundtrack of that movie too. It was really good. Variety on that one. Next up, I am expanding my James Bond collection. We have Roger Moore in Octopussy. Been a while since I've seen this one, so I want to revisit it. Next up is another Barbie movie that I'm trying to get my daughter into Barbie. So this is Barbie as Rapunzel. The case is kind of broken, but it's okay. I can replace it. We have extras downstairs. Next up, I don't know if I have this or not, but it was brand new factory sealed. It's Johnny Depp in Secret Window. I know I've seen it before, I just don't remember if I have it in the collection or not. So I'm gonna hold off to open it until I see if I have it or not. If I do, I'll just resell it. Or if any of you want it, let me know. I can send it your way. Next up is a movie that I've seen a long time ago on TV, I believe. It's John Candy with Eugene Levy and Meg Ryan in Armed and Dangerous. Still brand new, factory sealed. Next up is a TV show that I didn't even know existed. They usually charge $5 for their TV sets, but they didn't charge me correctly. They charged me $1 for this. This is the Pebbles and Bam Bam Show Complete Series. Still brand new, factory sealed. I didn't even know this existed, but yeah, it's a Flintstones spinoff, so we'll see how that goes. And the last title that I picked up from the Blue Ridge Hospice Thrift for me is 88 Minutes with Al Pacino with the slipcover. This also has Alicia Witt in it as well, amongst other people. That is everything that I got at Blue Ridge Hospice Thrift. I did get one title for Miranda, but I'll have her show that off in her video after I send it out her way. Alright, that's everything from there. I'm gonna go over McKays next. I found a little stack of movies for Katie Warman as well. She'll show those off in her video after I mail it out to her. I've got 4 Blu-rays and the rest are all DVDs. Alright, first up, I've never seen this movie before. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. I've only seen the original trilogy that is Evil Dead from 2013. This is the one that's directed by Fede Alvarez. Never seen this version before. I'm used to the other 3. I have the other 3 up there on my shelf, my horror shelf. Try to keep the horror away from the kids. I have it up on the top shelf over here. This one's been showing up. This one showed up at Dollar Tree a while back. It's Iron Sky. I showed my wife and she's like, she's seen it before. She said it was a horrible movie, but we'll see. I don't know. Next up is Passengers with Anne Hathaway and Patrick Wilson. Not to be confused with the other Passengers, which I already have that one too. It's on the shelf over there. Alright, next one is an upgrade for us. We had the DVD, now we have the Blu-ray. It's X-Men Days of Future Past. So, and it comes with the DVD too, so as you can see. Alright, that's all for Blu-ray. Now on to the DVDs. We've got a double feature. Wesley Snipes in Drop Zone and Morgan Freeman with Christian Slater in Hard Rain. Where's the back? It still has the residue from the McKays sticker on it, but it's alright. It's a flipper disc. Next up is Samuel L. Jackson and Kevin Spacey in The Negotiator in the snapper case. I believe I've seen this before, but it's been a while. This also has David Morse in it. He was in Disturbia. He played the villain. There's a few other people in here too. I don't really recognize them though. Next up is a movie that got really bad reviews when it came out. This is Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Martin Landau in The Adventures of Pinocchio in the snapper case. There's that. I'll have to revisit it. I think I saw it way back when it was in the theater, back in 96. Yeah, I think I saw it back in 96 in the theater when I was little. Or as what Joe Martinez would say, a young lad. Yeah. Alright. Next up is a movie that I was kind of weirded out by because it was only $4, but it just came out. This is the remake of Castle Freak. Directed by Tate Steinsiek. He was the director of this is from the producer of Bone Tomahawk. It's produced by Justin Martell, Matt Mandarides, and Barbara Crampton. Based on the original story by Stuart Gordon and Dennis Pillowy. So we'll see how this one compares to the original. I have the original. Probably would prefer the original over this one, but we'll see. Next up is Heather Graham, Molly Shannon, Alan Cummings, Sissy Spacek, Tom Cavanaugh, and Bridget Moynihan in Grey Matters. Never seen this one, but I like the cast. Next up is looks like it's a paranormal type movie with Frank Grillo, Anna Torv, and Shree Crooks. It is Stephanie. It's from the producers of Sinister, Insidious, and The Purge. So we'll see how that goes. It's a Universal release. It's also a Blumhouse title too. So we'll see. We'll see. Next up is a movie that I've never heard of before, but it's got a good cast. It stars Jamie Bell, Anne Hathaway, Charlie Hunnam, Nathan Lane, Christopher Plummer, Timothy Spall, and Juliette Stevenson. It is Nicholas Nickleby. Alright. I also went through their budget section and I found a few goodies, or not so goodies, we'll see. This is a 10 movie kids pack from Echo Bridge. It's got When Zachary Beaver Came to Town, The Phoenix and the Carpet, Bailey's Billions, The Power Within, Earth Minus Zero, Bigfoot, The Unforgettable Encounter, Little Bigfoot 2, The Journey Home, The Impossible Elephant, Treasure Hunters, and Easy Money. Here's the back if you guys want to read the synopsises and the cast and stuff. Alright. Next up is a 50 movie pack, Mystery Classics from Mill Creek. I think I have some of these already in other packs, but we'll see. I mean, there's some of them on here that sound familiar and some that don't. I'll have to go through and look, but here's everything that's on this collection here. It stars, it's got movies that star such people as Basil Rathbone, James Cagney, Burgess Meredith, Boris Karloff, Peter Lorre, Bela Lugosi, Mickey Rooney, Orson Welles, Frank Sinatra, and amongst others. So we'll see. Alright, two more from McKays. Next one is Centurion with Michael Fassbender, Dominic West, and Olga Kurylenko. Hopefully I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. I do butcher last names sometimes. And the last one from McKays is Sharky's Machine in the snapper case with Burt Reynolds. Alright, that's everything from McKays, minus the stuff I got for Katie Warman. So that's everything from there. Alright, now onward to the bigger quantity of stuff that I got. I'm going to go ahead and do the Salvation Army that I got today, and then the ones I got yesterday, and go over that. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. There you go. Alright. Gonna rip the bag right open. Alright. First one, I believe, is an upgrade for us. This is Russell Crowe and Renee Zellweger and Cinderella Man on Blu-ray. They only charged me $1 for this. So, score there. They don't usually carry much Blu-ray at that location. It's usually just DVDs. Next one is a movie that needs a new case because it's split. But I do enjoy some of the Maverick Entertainment stuff. This still has all its wrapping on it. This is Ride Sweet, Die Slow. This is a pretty much primarily female cast. It looks like it's kind of like a Western, but I don't really know much about it. So you guys can read the synopsis right there. Next one is a movie that I've seen other people haul, and I saw it back in high school. This is Amistad. It was okay. I mean, dollar, why not? You got Morgan Freeman, Anthony Hopkins, Jimon Hunsu, and you also got Matthew McConaughey. And this is a Steven Spielberg film from 1999. Oh, it's also got Pete Postlethwaite in here too. He was in Jurassic Park: Lost World. I believe he was in Romeo and Juliet as well with DiCaprio. I believe, yeah. Been a while since I've seen that movie. Next up is Mickey, starring Harry Connick Jr. and Sean Salinas. This is a family film. I got it primarily for Harry Connick Jr. Plus, I like some of the John Grisham novels that he turned into movies over the years. This is an Anchor Bay release about baseball. This one I don't think I have, but I've seen it before. I've seen other people haul this before. Amanda Seyfried in Gone. This one was a previously viewed movie. It's in good condition. I have some of the other Bring It On movies, so I didn't have this one. This one stars Christina Milian. Fight to the Finish. I'm not sure which one this is. I know it's not the first one, obviously, but this is the one from 2009, so I'm not sure exactly what sequential order this one is. Next one is Chill Factor with Cuba Gooding Jr. and Skeet Ulrich in the snapper case. I don't know too much about that one. I've seen the package before, but I've never seen the movie before. Next up is a good film that I've seen in my past. This is Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger in the snapper case. Day of snappers today. This also has James Caan and Vanessa Williams in it with James Coburn and Robert Pastorelli. This is a Charles Russell film from 1999. Or 96. Yeah, 96 is when it came out. This package is from 99, so yeah. Trying to expand my Michael Caine collection. This is The Statement, also starring Tilda Swinton and Jeremy Northam. Like me some Michael Caine. Next up is a Dimension Extreme movie called a DOA, Dead or Alive, starring Jamie Presley, Holly Valance, Sarah Carter, Eric Roberts, Matthew Marsden, Kevin Nash, amongst other people. So there's that. Jamie Presley is good in some movies that I've seen of hers. Other ones not so much, but we'll see. She was pretty good in My Name is Earl. So next up is a movie that I never heard about before, but it's got a good cast. You got Kiefer Sutherland, you got Molly Ringwald, and Daryl Hannah, and this is Cowboy Up. I'm not really a big Western person, but the cast is pretty much what sold me here. So looking forward to that one. Another 8-movie pack that I've seen some of these at Dollar Tree, but not in this package though. You get 8 films here. You got Chihuahua, you get Gordy, Bailey's Billions again, which I have on the other one there. Wide Awake, Into the West, Pastime, Spy Mate, and 2 Bits and Pepper. This is another Echo Bridge release. You know how Echo Bridge is, but they recycle their titles. They keep recycling their titles, and this is a 2-disc set. Alright. Next up is a movie that I've been trying to find in good shape for the past few days. I've been finding it everywhere at every thrift store I've been to, and all of them were in horrible condition. This is Pearl Harbor with Ben Affleck, Josh Hartnett, Kate Beckinsale, Cuba Gooding Jr., Tom Sizemore, John Voight, Alec Baldwin, and Colm Feore. It's been a while since I've seen this. This is a Michael Bay film. It's also a 2-disc set. They charged me $1 for it. They should have charged me $5 because all the box sets are $5 at this Salvation Army. But I guess because the girl knew it was a movie, they charged me $1. Next up is Dogville with Nicole Kidman. This one also has Paul Bettany in it, James Caan, Patricia Clarkson, among other people. This is a really, really extensive cast on the back. You can barely see it because it's so dark down here. So there's that. Furry Vengeance with Brendan Fraser. I like Brendan Fraser. This movie also stars Ken Jeong and Brooke Shields. So that's pretty cool. I like Ken Jeong, especially in The Hangover. He was hilarious in The Hangover. And he's also Community too. He was good in that show. I got Sylvester Stallone in Cliffhanger on DVD. It's been a while since I've seen this one. Alright. Next one is a movie that I've never heard of before. It looks pretty interesting. It's called The Feast of All Saints. This is based on an Anne Rice book. This stars Peter Gallagher, Gloria Rubin, Jennifer Beals, Ozzie Davis, Ruby Dee, Pam Grier, Jasmine Guy, James Earl Jones, Eartha Kitt, Forrest Whitaker, Ben Vereen, Victoria Roll, Bianca Lawson, Nicole Lynn, and Robert Richard. Or Richard, something like that. It's a pretty good cast. Right. Next up is another snapper case. This is a very young Liam Neeson. Michael Collins. Also stars Alan Rickman, Julia Roberts, Stephen Ray, and Aidan Quinn. This is from 1996. Here's the back. And, of course, it has to be the snapper case. Alright. Last movie from the Salvation Army. This is the one by my work. Another James Bond movie, The Spy Who Loved Me, with Roger Moore once again. Okay, that is everything from Salvation Army. I can't throw worth anything. All right, two more bags for the other Salvation Army that I went to yesterday after work. Before I went to the Walmart down there. This is all the one. This is the Salvation Army that's by McKays, near McKays. It's in the same town, but it's not on the same side of town. It's on a different side of town. Salvation Army is closer to me than McKays is. For all the guys that really want to know. Yeah. Okay. First one that I picked out of this bag here is The Contender. Gary Oldman, Jeff Bridges, Christian Slater, and Joan Allen. This is the widescreen edition, the only edition that really matters to me. I mean, if I have to watch full screen, I will, but I prefer widescreen. Alright, next up is another Nicole Kidman title, To Die For. This is a thriller, obviously, so again, yeah, this is a thriller, I think, yeah. This also stars Joaquin Phoenix and Matt Dillon, directed by Gus Van Sant, the director for Good Will Hunting. Looking forward to that one. Found another Monty Python movie. I have Holy Grail on Blu-ray, but this is and now for something completely different. John Cleese is in here, obviously. Terry Jones, obviously. Michael Palin, Terry Gilliam, Eric Idle, and Graham Chapman. There you go. I think I've seen this before, but it's been a long time. Maybe I've only seen bits and pieces of it, but I like me some Monty Python. I like some British humor. Next up is a Stephen King adaptation of Dreamcatcher with a really big cast, as you can see. Yep, you get Morgan Freeman, you get Thomas Jane, Jason Lee, Damian Lewis, Timothy Olyphant, Tom Sizemore, Donnie Wahlberg, and it's directed by the guy who wrote Empire Strikes Back, Lawrence Kasdan, and he's also responsible for some of the newer Star Wars films as well. And there's The Snapper. I haven't seen this movie in a very long time. I want to revisit it. Good cast. Yeah. Alright. Next up I have this. I don't know if I have this or not. I don't think I do. I think my brother does. This is The Relic with Penelope Ann Miller and Tom Sizemore. This also stars Linda Hunt and James Whitmore. This is a Peter Hyams film from 1996. Well, filmed 96, released 97. There's that. Someone honking their horn outside. Lovely. Alright. Next up is Lost and Found with David Spade and Sophie Marceau in the snapper case. This also stars Artie Lang, Patrick Burrell, Mitchell Whitfield, and Martin Sheen. Directed by Jeff Pollock. Been a while since I've seen that one, but yeah. I was talking to Katie about this one this morning. Young Sherlock Holmes. Steven Spielberg produced this one, directed by Barry Levinson, who also directed Addams Family. Written by Chris Columbus, who was the director of Home Alone. Henry Winkler has something to do with this too. You know, the guy that played the Fonz. He was also in Scream, among other, and then The Waterboy. There's that. Hopefully, it's good. It should be. Steven Spielberg's name's attached to it. Most of the time, this stuff's good. Next up is Frances McDormand and Amy Adams in Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day. You also get Lee Pace, Karen Hines, Shirley Henderson, and Mark Strong in this movie from 2008. That was older than that, 2008. Okay. Alright, next up is Viggo Mortensen in Hidalgo. Also has Omar Sharif in it. Don't really know too much about it. I didn't really read the back. I just saw Viggo Mortensen on the front and I was like, yep, got it. Next up is a movie that has Jack Nicholson in it with Michelle Pfeiffer, Susan Sarandon, and Cher. The Witches of Eastwick in the snapper case. Told you I got a lot of snapper cases. Back. Trying to expand my Jack Nicholson collection. And Michelle Pfeiffer too, why not? Next up is a Wes Craven film that got mixed reviews. This is the unrated version of Cursed with Christina Ricci and Joshua Jackson, Jesse Eisenberg, Judy Greer, Scott Baio, Milo Ventimiglia, and Shannon Elizabeth and Maya. Met Shannon Elizabeth before. She's really tall, so when you like look at her, you're like, oh, hi, because I'm kind of short. She's like 6 something, I think. I'm like 5'7", 5'8", something like that. So, there's the back. Another James Bond movie, A View to a Kill, excuse me. This has Roger Moore in it as well, playing Bond. I like the theme song of this movie. It's by one of my favorite artists, Duran Duran. Wish I could see them in concert at some point, but you know, it's gonna be a while until I can get back to concerts. Alright, next up is 2010, The Year We Make Contact. Another Peter Hyams film in the snapper case. This is from 1984. And you get John Lithgow, Helen Mirren, among other people. And the last one in this particular bag is The Puppet Masters with Donald Sutherland. You also get Yaphet Kotto in here too. He recently died, unfortunately. It's also got Julie Warner and Eric Thal in it from 19... it doesn't say because it's a Touchstone picture release. They don't put same thing with Disney. They don't put the year it came out on it. Okay, all right. Last bag. Probably not going to do any more shopping this week. Obviously, I work Saturday, so Saturday's family day after I get home from work. All right. First one is The Abyss, the 2-disc version. It's been a while since I've seen this movie. It's a James Cameron film. starring Ed Harris, Michael Biehn, and Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. Sci-fi. Let me move some of these over. Get too many movies here. Next up is a mystery movie called Murder by Death. This has some stars such as Maggie Smith, Peter Falk, Peter Sellers, amongst other people. This is from 1976. So it's kind of like Clue, kind of says whodunit. You'll die laughing, figuring it out. So I'm assuming it's a mystery comedy, I guess. Yeah. Next up is Little Children with Kate Winslet, Jennifer Connelly, and Patrick Wilson once again. Next up is Brand New Factory Sealed, the original Ben-Hur in the snapper case. This is the one from 1959. I've seen this movie quite a bit. I really enjoyed it, so now I own it. Charlton Heston's in this movie with a bunch of other actors I don't recognize. So here's the back. I think I've seen this one before too. This is The Triangle. This is a Craig R. Baxley film produced by Bryan Singer, amongst other people here. And then you get Eric Stoltz in here, Catherine Bell, Lou Diamond Phillips. I almost met him before. Bruce Davison, Michael Rogers, Lisa Brenner, John Sloan, Barry Ingham, and Charles Martin Smith. Sam Neill's in here too. He's last one there. Everybody knows Sam Neill from Jurassic Park and other films. Next up is another sci-fi film called Red Planet with Tom Sizemore, Val Kilmer, and Carrie Ann Moss in the snapper case. That wasn't my intent going in there, getting all these snapper cases, but that's okay. And it's also got Terrence Stamp in it as well with Benjamin Bratt. I got Logan's Run in the snapper case. This has Michael York, Richard Jordan, Jenny Agutter, Roscoe Lee Brown, Farrah Fawcett when she was married, Farrah Fawcett Majors, and Peter Ustinov. That. I also got Spartacus here with Kirk Douglas amongst other people. Also got Tony Curtis in it too. You also get Charles Lawton, Peter Ustinov, John Gavin, Gene Simmons, Laurence Olivier, amongst other people. Classic film here. I've seen it a few times. That's my favorite Spartacus out of them all. I found Father of the Bride Part 2 with Steve Martin again, so here's that. This one also stars Diane Keaton, Martin Short, Kieran Culkin, George Newbern, and Kimberly Williams in it. There's that. Can't believe I found this one already. This one hasn't really been out that long. It's Freaky with Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton in the slipcover. Hopefully I'll eventually meet Vince Vaughn. My wife has a family member that lives down the hill from him in California. So hopefully I get to meet him at some point. That'd be cool. Get a selfie with him, you know? Yeah. Okay, next up is a movie that I've heard the title before, but I've confused it with another film with the same name, Slipstream. This is the one with Sean Astin and Vinnie Jones in it. The one I had was the one that Mark Hamill is in. So there's that. I like Sean Astin. Actually, I was actually this close near him at a convention, but line was so long we didn't get a chance to meet him, but we saw him. Alright, next up is Season of the Hunted with Matthew Cowles Timothy Gibbs and Muse Watson. Unfortunately, this is the full screen version, but that's okay. It's alright. Prefer the widescreen, but it's okay. Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Live the Bomb in the snapper case. They had a whole bunch of Stanley Kubricks there yesterday. They had Eyes Wide Shut, which I already have. And they had just a few other ones that I already had too. I don't remember the names of them off the top of my head though. This one has George C. Scott and Peter Sellers in it, amongst other people. Next up is Dragon Slayer. Peter McNichol was in this movie. You may remember him from Ghostbusters 2, amongst other things. Ally McBeal, also, he was in that show. Also stars Caitlin Clark, Ralph Richardson, and it's directed by Matthew Robbins. 1981. Alright, one more. And yes, it is a snapper case. This is Bridget Fonda and Point of No Return. This one also stars Gabrielle Byrne, Dermot Mulroney, and Anne Bancroft, and Harvey Keitel. Go. Okay, that is everything that I bought this week so far. Probably not gonna have anything else to film this week, although I do have some packages coming in the mail. Got one coming from James Baer, aka James DT Movie Empire. Also got I got some more empty cases coming from this website, but it's taken forever. Casetopia.com. If you guys need any specialty cases for Blu-rays or DVDs even, they have them for pretty decent price too. I got 2 Macari orders coming too next week, hopefully. Just one's the combo out. The other one is a documentary that I was interested in. They finally got it in. But that's everything that I'm waiting for right now, I think. And I think Katie Warman has some stuff for me that she's going to send to me as well. So I'll show those off further down the road. All right, guys. Happy hunting, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.